there is a fly outside knocking on my window, trying to get in. I'm not going to let it in. You know when you're reminiscing about your childhood and then all of a sudden some form of memory comes back and you just think, oh Christ, I used to do that? Well, I've been getting that a lot recently. Because YouTube is slowly turning into like a group therapy kind of thing, I thought, feck it, why not share? Because where will that go wrong? We'll start off slow, ease our way into it. When I was very young, my mum would do these exercise videos, and as a kid, everybody knows that you don't like to be left out of stuff, so I would join in. So far so good, perfectly normal, always good for kids to have some exercise, and I was in very good shape for a 4-year-old. Then I started doing them independently of my own accord when no one else was around for fun. We had a PlayStation, what was I thinking? Number 2, remember when I had long hair? Yeah, I always wanted that as a child. I wanted to be like my favourite wrestlers, Jeff Hardy or Triple H. That's what I tell people. In reality, before I even knew about wrestling, I'd always wanted long hair, so much so that I used to wear a hoodie dangling off the back of my head and flail around as if it was my long hair. Not to be like a wrestler, not even to be like a rock star, but because I wanted to look like Jet from Gladiators. Oh yeah, one last story, and this one haunts me. When I was about 6 or 7, I was part of this youth group, kids club, after school type thing. They had loads of stuff you could do there. Play outside, parachute games, ball games. They had a Super Nintendo for crying out loud. Sidebar, Donkey Kong, I was the king. King of Kong. King Kong. At this club, they really encouraged kids' creativity to flourish. They wanted you to express yourselves artistically. So my friend David and I decided we were going to do just that by acting out scenes from our favourite TV show for the other kids. Our favourite TV show was Kenan and Kel. You see where I'm going with this? When you're a kid, especially when you're like 6, you have no concept of the world or its history or connotations of anything. You just see something and you go, that's cool, I want to be just like that. Well, David and me and David and I, we wanted to be just like Kenan and Kel, so what did we do? We headed straight for the makeup box. That's right, 6-year-old me attempting to give a true, honest performance as Kel from Kenan and Kel, blacked up. I can't even begin to imagine what this was like for the staff. They had to be standing at the back of the hall while these 2 6-year-olds pranced around in brown face paint going, ah, here it goes, and just ripping their fingernails off to distract themselves from the abject horror of what was going on in front of them. So there you go, that's me as a child, a racist, cross-dressing exercise guru. I'm never gonna find work again. Please tell me I'm not alone in this. If you did something weird or awkward as a child and you're just sort of remembering it now, put it in the comments, make a video response, I don't know, just share. If you can stand to be around me after that admission of my harrowing, dark history, then subscribe, click the button. I don't know where it is anymore, but if you can find it, click it, and I promise that in the future, there will be no racism. That's all behind me.